Heading towards the first of the 15 fences, Mirador del Conde amongst the leading two, but just headed to that by Ballyvogue. Ballyvogue and Mirador del Conde 1 and 2 with Octaron also well up there. Ben's Folly races next. Back behind this one, Melt the Silver. Tom Weston high in the saddle, and the inside should have had that. The white cap worn by Alex Edwards. So they've cleared the first of the 15 and now making their way towards the judge with just over 2 complete circuits of the course to go. Ballyvogue then, in the green and blue colours of Richard Bevis, takes them along with Paddy Geraghty on board. And Mirador del Conde racing in second. Octaron is third in the orange and yellow. And Melt the Silver on the outside. Hugging the rail on the inside, he should have had that. And between these two, Ben's Folly as they approach the first of the 3 on this left-hand section of the course. Ballyvogue comes to it. Lands just half a length clear of Mirador del Conde on the inner. Melt the Silver on the outside. Ben's Folly towards the rear in company that should have had that. And Octaron somewhere in the middle as they reach the middle fence on this left-hand side of the course. They're all safely over it. Want to go then before they swing right-handed and on towards the open ditch for the first of 2 occasions. At this one, Ballyvogue, Richard Bevis, owned by Richard Bevis. Richard, of course, assistant trainer to Nigel Twiston Davis. And Mirador del Conde. Mirador del Conde on the just leads by half a length as they straighten up and make their way across us. Mirador del Conde now joined by Ballyvogue. These two 1 and 2. A length back behind these to Melt the Silver, race on the outside of Octaron. Ben's Folly is next and should have had that as they approach and clear the ditch. The 6 of them safely over that one and now on towards the next. In this IML Marine Management mixed open race. This is the second of the 3 on the far side, the 6th of the 15. They come to it now, only 3 or 4 lengths separating the 6 of them. Ballyvogue just over half a length from Mirador del Conde racing in second. Melt the Silver third at the moment. Melt the Silver, the winner of a point already this season at Thorpe Lodge in Nottinghamshire. Melt the Silver with Tom Weston on board today in 3rd position at the moment, just behind Ballyvogue and Mirador del Conde. So it's Ballyvogue, Mirador del Conde 1 and 2, Melt the Silver racing 3rd, Ben's Folly is 4th, then Octaron, who's just slipping backwards at Octaron at the moment, should have had that, moving up on the outside to take closer order in 5th position. Ballyvogue then continues in front as they swing right-handed and make their way past the start and on towards what was the first. This time round it's the 8th of the 15. Next time round it'll be the last as the 6 of them skip over it. Continuing on then, Mirador del Conde and Ballyvogue 1 and 2. Ben's Folly races 3rd in company with Octaron. Melt the Silver on the outside has moved forward and then should have had that. Octaron, in fact, just being pushed along by the rider now as they make their way towards the judge with just over 2 circuits of the course to go. Mirador del Conde in the yellow, Ballyvogue on the outside is next. Ben's Folly on the inside is a length back with Melt the Silver. 2 back behind these to should have had that, and then 6 or 8 lengths back. And this distance increasing is Octaron, who is clearly losing touch with the leading 5 as they make their way towards the next. Ballyvogue then stands half a length clear of Melt the Silver on the outside. Mirador del Conde, a poor jump at that and lost a couple of lengths. The outside should have had that, is moving forward. Ben's Folly not too far away, and it looks as though Octaron might be being pulled up after that fence. The second of the 3 on the left-hand side of the course, Melt the Silver on the outside, moves forward to take up the lead. Octaron has been pulled up between those 2 fences. So 5 runners remaining as they approach the last on this left-hand side of the course. 3 in a line at that one as they swing right-handed. Ballyvogue, Melt the Silver 1 and 2 as they swing right-handed to make their way towards the fences on the far side of the track. Mirador del Conde now also getting left behind. So on the approach to the next, we've got Ben's Folly, who's moved forward to dispute the lead. Ben's Folly on the inside, Melt the Silver on the outer. Back then they should have had that, and racing with this one Ballyvogue, and these four a long way clear of Mirador del Conde, who's just clearing the ditch now. Melt the Silver now moves to the front under Tom Weston as they approach the second of the three over on the far side. This is three from home. Melt the Silver a length clear of Ben's Folly, a slow jump in second spot, loses a couple of lengths. Should have had that is going after the leader, and Ballyvogue is now feeling the pace, getting a little bit hot and is getting left behind. The leading three have drawn well clear of the rest, and Melt the Silver heads for home under Tom Weston from Ben's Folly, and should have had that, who's moving ever closer on the outside. Ben's Folly loses a little bit of ground at that. Should have had that, pokes his nose in front in second spot. But it's Melt the Silver and Tom Weston now some 3 or 4 lengths clear on Should Have Had That, who's going after the leader under Alex Edwards, and then Ben's Folly and Lorna Brooke. Taking the turn and swinging right-handed then, past the start, not towards the final fence, in this IML Marine Management mixed open race. They come towards the last. It's Melt the Silver, looking for the second win this season. Ben's Folly and Should Have Had That second and third. Ben's Folly has reasserted itself and now moves into second spot, relegating Should Have Had That to third. But it's Melt the Silver who's a long way clear. There was a long run in here today with 200 yards to go. Melt the Silver and Tom Weston some way clear of inside. Tom Weston had a quick look round over his shoulder there, well clear of Ben's Folly and Should Have Had That, on the way towards the line. Melt the Silver's going to take this second win this season for Melt the Silver as they head towards the line. Melt the Silver from Ben's Folly, Should Have Had That, and looking back we can see Ballyvogue has been pulled up and Mirador del Conde. Ballyvogue pulled up, Mirador del Conde clears the last and heads towards the line to complete.